Good morning, everyone. Well, severe storms in southern Wisconsin, but heavy snow in northern Wisconsin. So a lot to talk about. Let's get started. 8 a.m. this morning, we're talking about isolated showers in the southern half of the state, but we'll call it scattered activity in the northern half of the state. And I do think it's mostly rain, except for the most northern part of the state, some snow mixing in, but mostly rain showers. And I really think the story, morning through the early afternoon, is isolated rain showers in southern Wisconsin and scattered, mostly rain showers in northern Wisconsin. So nothing big going on. So we're going to skip a lot of time here from 8 a.m. this morning until 3 o'clock this afternoon. But I'm stopping things at 3 o'clock because this is when storms are coming back to southern Wisconsin. And unfortunately, we're not just talking about regular thunderstorms, but I do think there are going to be a few severe storms as well. Now, initially, it looks like these storms that are going to start pushing in around 3 o'clock are going to be scattered in nature. So some in southern Wisconsin could miss out with this initial round of storms from roughly 3 o'clock this afternoon until 7 o'clock this evening. Notice here we are at 5 o'clock, and notice some gaps showing up. But the problem is the storms that are going to be working over the area between roughly 3 and 7 o'clock could be severe. And the biggest thing we're concerned about in these storms could be some hail. We're talking about pea-sized hail, dime-sized hail, maybe as big as quarter-size hail. Now I'm stopping things at 7 o'clock because beginning around 7 o'clock, the scattered storms going away, and it looks like around 7 o'clock, a line of storms forming. And so less likely that you're going to miss out with this line of storms that's going to work over the southern half of the state from roughly 7 o'clock this evening until 10 o'clock. And in this line of storms, though hail's still a possibility, definitely heavy rain, lightning. The biggest thing we're concerned about from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock this evening, some really strong winds. I tell you what, gusts 40, 50 miles per hour looking common. And I'm not going to rule out in a couple of spots a wind gust as high as 70 miles per hour. So this window of opportunity looks like 7 o'clock this evening until 10 o'clock this evening, but by 10 o'clock, that's a cold front, that line of storms clear of us. Now, there could still be some thunderstorms around the Green Bay area, but those would not be severe storms. And so the chance for severe storms coming to an end by 10 o'clock. But now our attention has to shift to the snow, because look at what is happening in the northern part of the state at 10 o'clock. Snow coming down, and it looks like it is going to be some heavy snow. So now let's track the snow. This is 10 o'clock. Now we're jumping ahead to 2 a.m. and notice still a lot of heavy snow coming down in a lot of the same locations. So this is why we're going to see some really big snow totals for some, but others not so much. So I'm still going to mention the chance for heavy snow at 2 a.m. But I think by 5 a.m. the chance for heavy snow going away. Now there's still going to be a lot of light to moderate snow, but no more heavy snow. And so that means, though I do expect snow in southern Wisconsin, because it's not going to be heavy snow, the snow total's a lot lower than in the northern part of the state. So let's continue to track it. This is 5 a.m. very early tomorrow morning. Here's 8 a.m. and already drying out in parts of the northern part of the state. We'll still call it scattered snow showers for a little bit longer, scattered light to moderate snow showers in southern Wisconsin, but I do think by 11 a.m., chance of snow coming to an end. But now, already windy during the overnight hours when the snow is coming down, but I think the strongest winds are going to be in the late morning, early afternoon tomorrow. Across the state, we're talking about gusts 40, 45 miles per hour, going along with some cold temperatures as well. So late morning, early afternoon, gusts 40, 45 miles per hour, but I think by 5 o'clock, it won't be very windy anymore. Now, it's still on the windy side and probably staying breezy through the evening hours, and then light winds expected during the overnight hours. By the way, it's late afternoon that we're probably going to be hitting our high temperatures, probably making it into the low to mid 40s in southern Wisconsin, but mid to upper 30s in the northern part of the state. So to summarize the severe threat, it's from 3 o'clock this afternoon until 10 o'clock this evening. Heavy rain and lightning looking likely, and I do think we're going to see a few severe storms as well. Worst case scenario, I do think we could see wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour in a couple spots, up to quarter-size hail. Now the chance is small, but I gotta mention the chance for a couple of EF0 or EF1 tornadoes, which would mean winds as high as 100 miles per hour. I certainly hope that does not happen, but it is a possibility. And because we're talking about those scattered storms from 3 to 7, and then a line of storms from 7 to 10, with a couple of rounds of storms, if you get 2 thunderstorms and you're in a low-lying or poorly drained location, then we're talking about some flooded roads. So not widespread flooded roads, but a few flooded roads are a possibility. Now, the chance for all those threats anywhere shaded on this map, but the greatest chance for the hail, for the very strong wind, Madison down to the southwest. The chance is smaller. Racine, Kenosha, Milwaukee, Beaver Dam, Baraboo, La Crosse, and it's the smallest, very outside chance for all those threats, Sheboygan, Winona, and then just to the south of Green Bay on up to north, no chance of severe storms. But oh man, is there going to be some snow. So we got to wrap up with that, and we'll start low and go high. So Janesville, Kenosha, Racine, Milwaukee, honestly, just looking like a 10th quarter inch of snow. Madison, Portage, Sheboygan, probably a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. But you get to La Crosse, Green Bay, 1 to 2 inches of snow. Winona, Rochester, Wausau, 2 to 3 inches. And then, oh man, look how things escalate very, very quickly. Chippewa Falls, looking at 7 to 8 inches of snow. And in a narrow band that does look to include Minneapolis and Rhinelander, we're talking about 13 to 14 inches of wet snow.